How to become a green SME in a circular economy. 99.8% of Europe's private companies are SMEs, accounting for more than two-thirds of employment in the EU 27. Well then, as an SME, what are you doing to become green? How could you become a green SME in a circular economy? Moreover, what is a circular economy? A circular economy can be defined as a system in which production, consumption, and trade are designed to minimize the net extraction of key resources, such as fossil fuels, raw materials, water, land, the environment, and pollutants, along with diminishing negative environmental and health impacts. This video has been split into 3 parts. Firstly, what can you do on your own? What is in your control? Secondly, what can you do with your business partners? Lastly, what is the European Union doing for you? You might have noticed that prices of raw materials are increasing. For instance, since 2000, metal prices have risen by 170%, rubber has risen by 260%, and many other materials are following suit. It's always tricky to put an expiration date on certain resources like, there will be no more silver extracted in 15 years. Yet, what is certain is that companies will increasingly have trouble sourcing raw materials at affordable prices. You'll need to think about improving processes, improving design, improving supply chains. We are all familiar with the old saying, what gets measured gets managed. Well, the first thing to do on your way to resource efficiency is to map your processes. What natural resources do you use? How much do you need? Where could you improve? Material flow analysis can help you to visualize the material flows and losses of all your processes. Take the example of painting a car in an auto repair shop. The left side shows the flow of paint before the analysis. The red arrows show how much is wasted or lost in emissions. Out of 10 kilos of paint purchased, only 1 kilo remains on the car. The right side illustrates how much of this can be spared. If you reduce losses within the paint's preparation and application, and if you limit overspray, you will only need to buy 3.2 kilos of paint instead of 10. Material flow analysis is a good way to reduce material, energy, and water consumption. Going beyond improving existing processes and redesigning products and systems can bring even greater benefits. This is the principle of eco-design, which is illustrated in the following example. A refrigerated truck company managed to reduce the weight of their trucks and semi-trailers by 16%. This brought about other positive changes, such as less fuel consumption due to their lighter trucks. As the German architect Ms. van der Hoer said, less is more. Better design is another step forward, expanding the focus beyond materials. Eco-design considers all the main environmental impacts of a product throughout its life. Such environmental impacts include CO2 emissions, soil and water pollution, acidification, and hazardous waste. Based on life cycle analysis, eco-design also gives you some influence over what will become of your product once it has left the factory or shop. Eco-design can make it easier to reuse or recycle your product at the end of its life. For instance, one particular company has designed a laptop that, when it reaches the end of its life, is at least 70% reusable or recyclable. This particular laptop was designed with the support of the EU-funded Zero-Win research project. Clearly, redesigning your products and processes to use less material will benefit both the environment and your bottom line. However, improving your supply chain goes beyond simply reducing quantities. Better supply is also about identifying the weakest points within your supply chain. Take rare earth minerals as an example. Most SMEs, as well as their immediate suppliers, are completely unaware of to what degree they are dependent on critical raw materials. Some tools have been developed to help SMEs tackle the issue. For instance, an example in France can be found at the following address. Furthermore, in a recent report of the European Commission, 20 raw materials were identified as critical, including cobalt, gallium, indium, tungsten, etc. Use one of these tools to check that your main inputs are not on the list. And what if they are? Well, better supply above all means that you should look for substitutes or other sources of supply, such as from recycling. Instead of buying virgin plastic material, you could buy recycled plastics. Instead of buying virgin paper, you could buy recycled paper. Instead of using fossil fuel in your plant, you could use renewable energy. As for rare earth minerals, there's ongoing research and development to find synthetic substitutes to natural elements. Anyways, the changes that you can make will depend on your operations. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. As an SME, you may find it helpful to rely on proven sources to improve your supply. For instance, if you buy products awarded with third-party verified eco-labels, it ensures that you use the greenest products that fit your needs. For example, the EU eco-label covers more than 30 product groups, including detergents, floor coverings, lubricants, paper products, and more. Therefore, when launching a procurement process to secure your supply, you could include environmental criteria. Let's imagine that you are now a fully resource-efficient SME. You consume as few resources as possible, you design environmental-friendly and easy-to-recycle products. All of this, as we said, is in your control. However, there are still many areas where you will need a little help from your business partners to make a change. By definition, you cannot make the change to a circular economy alone. A circular economy is all about being open to new business opportunities. And there are many ways for you to be part of a broader and cleaner industrial ecosystem. You may wish to turn your neighbors into business partners. This is industrial ecology. Turn products you sell into resources you recover. This is reverse logistics. Turn your business model from for sale to for rent. This is a functional economy. Industrial ecology, or industrial symbiosis, aims to save energy and resources by transforming one company's waste into another's resource. Output becomes input in a different part of the ecosystem. The most famous eco-industrial park in the world is located in Kalundborg, Denmark. Nowadays, it includes 9 private and public enterprises which are linked together with other 30 material exchanges. For instance, fly ash from the power station is sent to a local cement company, which turns it into gypsum boards. Also, water reuse schemes have been developed within Kalundborg, together with many other cooperative solutions. The Eco-Industrial Park of Kalundborg enabled many economic benefits and environmental savings. For example, over 240,000 tons of CO2 emissions are avoided each year, which is equivalent to the emissions of over 32,000 European people. This success is not unique to Denmark and could be reproduced near you. Have a look at other examples of industrial parks in Europe on the ECAP website at the address on the screen. Also, some country-specific initiatives have been set up to connect businesses and shape opportunities. To learn about the National Industrial Symbiosis Program in the UK, follow this address, or this additional address, which provides guidance by the French Ministry of Sustainable Development. Other interesting information and examples can additionally be found at the EU Cluster portal address. Just as life does not stop at your business's door, your business does not stop once your product is sold. You may prefer to not think about the future of your products. You may think it's none of your business. In fact, you could be ignoring a profitable opportunity, since the resources in the products you sell today can be recovered and recycled into resources for products you will sell tomorrow. One option is to create a reverse logistics system on your own, where you take back the products that you sell to your customers. This may be easier to do if you are operating in a business-to-business operation. If, for example, you provide company offices with homemade apple juice, you could take back the empty bottles rather than letting your customer throw them away. You could formalize this process through a contract or systems like deposits. Once you get the empty bottles back, you just wash them and reintegrate them back into the supply chain. This is a simple case, but if your product is more complex, or if your business is too small to set up a reverse logistics circuit on your own, you can pool resources and have a shared organization that collects and recycles on your behalf. The following example from France is a good one. 6 main manufacturers of mobile homes have joined forces to collect, dismantle, and recycle old homes. This reverse logistics system is financed through an environmental contribution of €100 for each new mobile home sold. Now, whether you apply reverse logistics on your own, or if you partner with similar manufacturers, for certain waste flows, you don't even have a choice. Indeed, there is a principle in Europe known as Extended Producer Responsibility, or EPR, according to which you're responsible for the products you place on the market at the end of their life. This is the case for a growing number of products, including packaging, electric and electronic equipment, batteries, etc. Under these requirements, you have to take back the products you sell yourself, or you have to join an organization which takes care of waste collection and recycling. Last but not least, be it mandatory or voluntary, be it on your own or with others, Reverse logistics ensures that recovered resources feed loops that facilitate better supply, as was seen in the first part of the video. If you start including reverse logistics in your operations, your old products don't simply become waste, they become raw materials for a new product. You are now at the heart of a circular economy. However revolutionary green you have been so far, you may still be selling a product. With a functional economy, you can go one step further. You don't sell your product, you rent or lease it to your customers. Take a German company, for instance, which provides chlorinated solvents used for high-precision metal surface cleaning. As this industry's sales started to decline in the mid-1980s, the newly founded company got the idea to rent their solvent-filled containers to their customers, instead of selling them. This resulted in the short-term, closed-loop lending of solvent containers in which their customers were able to rent the containers to clean their metal pieces without worrying about waste disposal. The shift to a service-oriented business model made the company a big success story, as it achieved a growth in revenues and a decrease in solvents use. If you sell your products and take them back as waste, as we previously defined as reverse logistics, you become responsible for them even after they have been sold to consumers. If you rent your products, you are going one step further by keeping them as your property. This radically changes the way you design your products. If you continue owning your products throughout its functional and end-of-life phases, you will want them to last as long as possible, and you will design them so they have as long a life as possible. Furthermore, in some cases, long-term rentals and subscriptions can provide a steadier stream of income, making your monthly accounting more constant and easier to manage. The aim of a circular economy is to minimize the net uptake of resources and their associated negative environmental impacts. SMEs have a crucial role to play in achieving a circular economy, and as you can see, there's a lot of work to be done. Fortunately, as the concept of circular economy is rapidly rising on political agendas, you will not be alone in Europe. Just look at what the European Union is already doing for you. In July 2014, the European Commission released a general plan targeting SMEs in a green economy. The overall objective of the Green Action Plan is to enable SMEs to turn environmental challenges into business opportunities. It sets out a list of EU actions supporting SMEs in a green economy, ranging from green entrepreneurship to access to the markets for green SMEs. All in all, it provides a favorable environment for green business across the European Union. You can learn more about the Green Action Plan for SMEs on the European Commission's website by following the address on the screen. You'll also get more information on how the European Commission is addressing the circular economy at this address. A circular economy comes with financial incentives of its own. As you have seen throughout the video, there are many examples of environmental and economic savings resulting from material flow analysis, eco-design, industrial ecology, reverse logistics, and the functional economy. Most initiatives can be quickly paid off. However, even if they should not be the first reason why you should get involved in a circular economy, European funding programs do exist. You can have a quick overview of funding opportunities within the EU on the ECAP website at the address on the screen. There is also a recent video on the Euronews Business Planet channel, which is dedicated to EU financial support tools for SMEs that you can watch at this address. Beyond direct financing, there are also plenty of support programs that can help you to achieve higher environmental performance. Some of them are sponsored by the Enterprise Europe Network, EEN, a general support for SMEs which offers advice to internationalize your business and assistance to apply for funding opportunities. It has close to 600 member organizations across the EU and beyond, including chambers of commerce and industry, technology centers, universities, and development agencies. You will learn more on EEN's website at this address. In contrast to today's larger linear take, make, use, dispose economy, a circular economy represents a great opportunity to transition into a business model that will be more robust and resilient in the years to come. There are many initiatives that you can do on your own, other initiatives where you can partner with other businesses, and finally, there are many initiatives where the EU will be glad to support you. All what's left for you to do is to get started.